come to intercostal spaces. Its boundary. It is bounded superiorly by the lower border of the upper rib and inferiorly by the upper border of the lower rib. About its feature, the number, as there are 11th and 12th are floating, so only 9 intercostal spaces. Okay, it is narrowest by the side of vertebra and widest at the costochondral junction. Here is the costal cartilage and these are the ribs. So this is the costochondral junction, and at this side these are the spaces are widest. And parts, the intercostal space divided into interchondral part and interosseous part, because in between the costal cartilage these are interchondral part, and in between the ribs interosseous part. Osseous means bone. Now coming to content, it has got muscle, nerve, artery, vein and lymph node. Intercostal muscle. They are external intercostal, internal intercostal, and in the third layer there is sister, that is the sternocostalis, innermost intercostal, and subcostalis, cis, and two brother on the external aspect protecting sister, that is external intercostal and internal intercostal in the first and second layer respectively. Here we can see these two brother protecting one small cis, just like the external, and the internal intercostal protecting cis, that is from anterior to posterior sternocostalis, then innermost costal, intercostal and subcostalis. Sternocostalis is also known as transversus thoracis. As well as there is serratus posterior superior, serratus posterior inferior and levator costarum, situated on the posterior aspect. Coming to external intercostal, the first one from the external aspect. Its origin from the lower border of the upper rib. This is rib. This one is the upper border and here is the lower border. So from lower border of the upper rib to the upper border of the lower rib. But in the upper border there are two lip. It is somewhat wide. Two lip, outer lip and the inner lip. So to the outer lip, the upper rib to the outer lip of the upper border of the lower rib. Okay, and direction of fiber is the along the longitudinal axis of the rib, that is the long axis, and its action is decided by the direction of fiber. If it is along the long axis of rib, it elevates the rib, and if it is against, that will depress. But here is the direction of fiber is along the longitudinal axis. We can see clearly the direction of fiber, so it elevates the rib. And component is the interchondral part and the interosseous part. Interchondral part, they are membranous. Here you can see these are membranous, but in the interosseous part they are muscular. Innervation by the intercostal nerve of respective space. Coming to internal intercostal muscle. Internal intercostal muscle, its origin, in this picture it is very clear that it takes its origin from the costal groove here on the internal aspect of the rib near its lower border. This is groove, from costal groove to the inner lip of the upper border. And direction of fiber is against the longitudinal axis of rib. Now here it is also very clear that here you can see this is along the longitudinal axis in the external intercostal, but in the internal intercostal it is against the rib, just like the crossing of the arm across the chest, like this. But origin is always from the upper rib and insertion is to the lower rib, always. But the direction of fiber varies. In the external intercostal, it is along the longitudinal axis of rib, just like putting hand in the overcoat pocket, and in the internal intercostal, just like the crossing the arm across the chest. Now, in the interosseous part, the direction of fiber, interosseous part and the interchondral part. Interchondral, that is in between the costal cartilage. It is, here it is, this is external intercostal membrane and this is internal intercostal muscle. The longitudinal axis of rib, this one, and the longitudinal axis of costal cartilage, they are different. It is coming forward, medially and downward, but it is going, the direction of the costal cartilage is going upward, not downward, it is upward. So in this part, that is in between the costal cartilage, internal intercostal muscle elevates the rib. That is, it is along the axis of the costal cartilage, but here it is against the longitudinal axis of the rib, the direction of fiber. So the muscle in the interosseous part, it depresses the rib and help in expiration. One who elevate help in inspiration and one who depress help in expiration. Okay. So action is the depress the rib and elevate the costal cartilage. Component, interchondral part, that is muscular, just opposite to that of external intercostal, and interosseous part, muscular plus membranous, because at the posterior end, here you can see in the green color, this is the membranous part near the tubercle. Just lateral to the tubercle, it become membranous, internal intercostal. Okay, and innervation by the intercostal nerve of respective space. Coming to third muscle, that is in the third layer there are sisters. From anterior to posterior they are sternocostales. In the middle part there is innermost intercostal and the posteriorly there is subcostalis muscle. So first come anterior, that is sternocostalis. Here we are seeing the posterior aspect of the sternum. Sternocostalis muscle takes its origin from the lower one third of the body of sternum, posterior aspect or inner aspect of the Giffey process, and as well as the lower 3 to 4 costal cartilage. Okay, mostly here you can see the inner aspect of Giffey process, inner aspect of the lower one third of body of sternum, and inner aspect of the medial half. Okay, lower 3 costal cartilage, and insertion from 2 to 6, from 2nd to 6th costochondral junction, and the upper fiber is going obliquely upward, whereas the lower fiber is almost horizontal. Okay, and its action is to depress the rib, and as I have stated earlier that it is situated in the anterior 1/4, and it is going to the 2nd to 6th rib, so innervated by the 2nd to 6th intercostal nerve. Now in the middle 2/4, in the third layer, that is innermost intercostal muscle, it takes its origin here in this pic. You can see it takes its origin from the inner surface of the upper rib and going to the inner surface of the lower rib. Okay, and direction of fiber is same as that of internal intercostal. Second and third layer both are same. संगत से गुण होत है, संगत से गुण जात. So ये इसी की तरह का है direction of fiber. तो same is it depresses the rib. Okay, depresses the rib, and it is present only in the middle 2/4 of the third layer, and innervation from the intercostal nerve of respective space. A great mnemonic for memorizing the origin and insertion of the three layer, that is external intercostal, internal intercostal and the innermost intercostal. Low GI, suppose this is husband and this is wife, and husband is calling her, so she is telling that low GI, that's I am coming. Low, that this is about the origin insertion of external intercostal, that from the lower border of the upper rib to the outer lip. This O stands for the outer lip of the upper border of the lower rib. And this GI, that is from the costal groove to the inner lip. This is outer lip and this is inner lip. And these two I from the inner surface of the upper rib to the inner surface of the lower rib. Very simple. For the innermost intercostal. Now coming to subcostalis. In the third layer, the posterior one, that is subcostalis. Here you can see in the green color, origin from the inner surface of the rib near the posterior angle. Every muscle is origin from the upper rib and going to the lower rib. So inner surface of the rib near the posterior angle, and the insertion inner surface of the rib, just you are seeing inner surface of the rib 2 to 3 rib below, and very clearly we can see that its direction of fiber is against the longitudinal axis of rib, so it will depress the rib, and situated in the posterior 1/4 and innervated by the intercostal nerve of respective space. Coming to serratus posterior superior muscle, it is on the back side and on the external aspect. Origin from the spinous process of C7. Here is the C7 spinous process and going up to T3 spinous process. 7 and 3. And inserting over the second to fifth rib at the level of the posterior angle on its external surface. So how can we memorize 73? This is the mnemonic to memorize that 73 ईयर की सास 25 ईयर की बहू से लड़ रही है. 73-year-old mother-in-law is fighting with the daughter-in-law having 25-year-old. So 73, that is C7 to T3, and she is fighting with the 25-year-old, her daughter-in-law. So 2 to 5 here, 2 to 5 rib, second to fifth. Okay, and direction of fiber along the longitudinal axis, very clearly seen, longitudinal axis. So elevate the rib and situated in the posterior 1/4, and where the rib is written, that's same as that of the intercostal nerve. So it is supplied by the second to fifth intercostal nerve. Coming to serratus posterior inferior muscle, it is here we are seeing the rib cage, and this is the inferior aspect of the rib cage, and origin is from the spinous process of T11 to L2, T11 to L2, and inserting over the 9th to 12th. Here is the 12th, 9th to 12th rib on the external surface at the level of posterior angle. Okay, and very clearly seen against the longitudinal axis of rib, so it depresses the rib, helping expiration, and the position is posterior 1/4, and it is going to 9 to 12th rib, so supplied by the 9 to 12th intercostal nerve. As the 12th one is known as subcostal, so 9 to 11 intercostal and subcostal nerve. And to memorize this origin insertion, to memorize this is the mnemonic. मन तो करता है एक एक को तल दूं, एक एक को तल दूं. तल, that is T and L, thoracic and the lumbar. एक एक को, but here it is एक एक दो, very much homonymous, homophonics, that is 1 1 2. एक एक को नहीं, एक एक दो. and it is very much similar. One is very much similar to 9 and 1 remains same and 2 remains same. So going to the 9 to 12th rib. Serratus posterior inferior, that initial of each word SPI. So spy. He is a spy. He is a spy and who is steal one secret of a country and give it to another country. So मन तो करता है एक एक को तल दे. So this way we can link this mnemonic with the serratus posterior inferior. To memorize this is the mnemonic. मन तो करता है एक एक को तल दूं, एक एक को तल दूं. तल, that is T and L. Thoracic and the lumbar. एक एक को, एक एक को, but here it is एक एक दो. Very much homonymous, homophonics, that is 1 1 2. एक एक को नहीं, एक एक दो. And it is very much similar. One is very much similar to 9 and 1 remains same and 2 remains same. So going to the 9 to 12th rib. Uppermost fiber. In upper level they are in many times it becomes rudimentary and only lower muscles are prominent in case of levator costarum. Thank you.